Howdy peeps. Today me and Big Daddy, we're going to hang out together and go look at Uncle Herman's equipment. He passed away with cancer and they're going to have an auction off his equipment and we're looking it over. And I got the cuss words out for the crybabies, so don't worry. But it's going to be kind of a long, boring video. It's just me and Big Daddy hanging out and talking together. Y'all wanted, some of you wanted some Big Daddy videos, so here it is.
Got too wild shifting it.
I guess. Or
Interesting.
Keep you from hitting it and knocking it in gear when you climb in and out, whichever.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
But here, you can hop up in and let me hop out.
Well, they moved it since they painted it. Dad bought this tractor brand new and then sold it to his dad and his brothers. 80? Dad bought it brand new in 80 and then sold it to... Did you say you plowed one field with it?
Yeah.
And then we went to a different direction, got into sawmill and deeper.
Fall in love with it, boy. It hurt to get rid of it, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And I'm convinced I remember following them down the road, but I'd have been only 2 years old, so that don't make a lot of sense. But I barely remembered, but I remember it like it's yesterday.
You probably were right.
That would have been my first real memory. I'd have been 2 and some change, though, wouldn't I? Because February of '79. When did you take it? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, February of '79, you'd have been more like 3.
Yeah, now that would have been believable because of the way I remembered it, yeah. But we followed you. We followed him to Grandpa's with it. That's interesting. It's the same block motors we got in 8360, right? The same motor block?
I don't know, Wade.
That's what they told us back in...
I think it was rated 120 and dynoed 135, and that's where the 135 horsepower comes from. That's what a dyno is.
Just sample. You know, when you're using a tractor as a power unit, there's no sense in making anything but simple. You know what I mean? There ain't no advantage in making it complex.
No.
It don't gain you nothing. You're not going to get any more done.
And if you jump in and out of equipment as much as we do, I know you younger people catch on to it quicker, but older people, you just think, God damn.
Yeah. I mean, you can't stop evolving. No, that's not the answer. But you got to put your time and usage and your return on it and decide whether it's worth screwing with newer technology or not, you know, at different times. Remember us talking about all these earth moving companies that got the old bulldozers sitting around and stuff, and they got brand new excavators. They'll have a dozer from the 70s and an excavator from, you know, brand new. Just because the different, different activities are doing. Don't Moser still run the old trucks? They still run them old Euclids that...
Both, they do a decent amount, mixture of both.
Yeah.
I think.
They still run them Euclids at Carefree. I was in there not too long ago. They still run the Euclids over there. Them old Euclids they had running around. Yep, drop her in and go. It's just a truck. You put diesel fuel on one end and dirt comes out the other. You know what I mean? There ain't no sense in making it complex. I think it'd be on this side over here somewhere. Let me shut this off. Let's see now. We had this tractor a while. Dad bought this also. You bought this from Mark Ward with the disc.
Yes, and he had 40 acres set aside, and he'd come and get it, and my brush hog, and he'd brush hog that 40 acres for a while, for a few years there.
And that was a good durable tractor other than the fact it was under radiatored.
Yeah.
Other than the radiator, it was a good tractor too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It only showed up when you pulled the guts out of it for an extended period of time.
I pulled the first 15-foot brush hog with this.
Yeah.
Had it mounted up on the fender.
Yep. It had a hydraulic. You probably got holes still stamped in that fender up there.
But they are
Yep.
too. You see them?
Yeah. They're up there.
Yeah. I don't see 'em. Okay. Sure was.
And you didn't have no, you didn't have nothing in the back of this thing made to keep the damn shrapnel from flying up at you. Remember that?
No.
That didn't come till the new tractor.
I got a piece
We,
of war in
we
my
built him a guard for the back of it to keep him from busting out the back glass of the new tractor. Never considered the fact he ran his old tractor all them years without anything.
Well, you know what made me decide to do it?
Something went through the tire, didn't it?
Well, that too. Brush hog blade went through the tar, but a tar of the damn brush hog. But a rock come through here and hit that damn exhaust pipe. You tap around that son of a bitch, see how hard it is. But it come past me, one side or the other, and hit that exhaust pipe. And one morning early, something hit me in the back. So I thought it was a little rock or something, you know. So I went ahead and went home to eat dinner and enjoy it and said, "What's that blood doing all over your back?" Well, hell, I had fence wire in my back. Still had it in there.
Daggone.
Yeah, just a little piece of wire. Didn't mount nothing. But anyhow, then you turn a turn or whatever, you know. You got,
Yeah, I remember us putting, me and Spencer put that belting and stuff on the bush hog after. We started working on the fact of making it safer, but it's funny how we started out. It was pretty, you know, you assume it's safe and it's not safe. And this is a Detroit in this thing, wasn't it?
yes, it was. My cat's ass of dropping this thing off a low boy. My God, I come close to it. Didn't react quick enough, run them front things, thinking I'd run them up on the front of the low boy.
Yeah.
Back end
Slid on you, spun out.
fell down and landed on this.
Huh.
And then we had the damn tractor and a fork someplace, and the bucket was down Sandy's place, and it was up in the Harry Cunningham place, knocking down that damn church. So I went down there and got that damn tractor and lifted up on her. I think run the forks on each side of this back tar, lifted up on it and slid it back over. And chained that son down. I didn't do something that stupid with it after. I had a little bit of mud on the tars, you know, but just a little bit sideways, and that's how close I come to turning that over and off of the low boy. Hit a rotor right over on the side.
Now there's drive chains in this. Serial number on, she
Off
said.
the dozer.
Yeah, off the backhoe.
Well, damn, ain't that what we just got?
We got it off the machine, off the chassis. They want it off the engine.
Oh well,
So anyhow, is these drive chains in here?
can't tell you. I imagine.
And this is an oil sump in here, I assume. Here's your, and it's chain driven instead of gear driven. See on these new Tiger Cats and stuff, there's gear. No, this is chain driven. You ain't got a hub here. Yeah, it's gotta be chain drive. That's probably your inspection hose. Inspect the chain lash right here. See, and that's a, yeah, that's an oil sump in there. There's oil in that thing. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I was wanting to look see how that was driven. Okay, here you go. Interesting. There's your park brake and stuff. The braces always was a pain in the butt on this. I don't know if he's got the brakes working now or not.
They were?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Only time I ever drove a grader in my life, it had no brakes on it. It was this thing. I remember thinking this thing cuts like a school bus and it don't stop. That's all I remember about it.
Did have all them sticks up there. Hell yes. I thought that was a Hoover though that we got had all them damn sticks up on the front there. I got that crossways the county road because I decided I'm gonna grade the road with the county's grader. Never ask anybody. Just got on it. And then
They won't mind.
that crossways of the road going past mom and dad's at the bottom of the hill down there where I took off to turn it around there in that dim wide spot and could not find reverse. So I fiddled for it around that so to find which one of these damn gears got it reverse. And finally, Eddie Hollinger, which was with me, naturally, buddies at crime, you know. And anyhow, he got in there and he'd remembered watching somebody's one like that and where reverse was. So he showed me the reverse, and then I graded the road. Walter and Missy's passed our place, and Walter and Missy turned it around, brought it back and parked it. Ed Ward was the road boss over that area. He was glad we'd done it, you know, because they were going to have to do it anyhow. But anyway.
That'd have been hard to explain.
I'm glad it was there.
Yeah. By the way, you're going to need to put fuel in that grader. Boy, now that's a pile of trinkets right there. It does have power steering, don't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It did.
Is a worm gear set up in that gearbox?
Yeah. I was supposed to have paid half of this when Herman got it, and I never did do it, and he never would lend me.
Huh.
I
That's
did.
one thing about Herman. He was very fair, always.
Yeah. Oh, he told me I'd already paid for it and such, paid a damn dime on it. I'd got rid of that damn cat I had, you know. And it had the pony engine, you remember it.
Yeah, that had that wrist breaker stuff in it.
Yeah.
Thrashing, beating, thumping around. Boy, I bet them operators from back in that day, I bet that killed their joints, didn't it?
I don't know. No, the older operators would always try to get a greater job on a road job because they were a smooth riding thing compared to bulldozer. And the bulldozer would finally break them.
Well, they just get used to putting it where it needs to be before they put it under load. It's only a problem when you went to switch it when it's under load, wouldn't it?
Probably.
You know, because it'd
you
fight
didn't
back
switch.
at you when you was trying to move it with the...
Oh, you moved the blade?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, them's going to fight you. Your arms, hell wouldn't have it.
Yeah, you think it like an impact gun kills your joints. You know,
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
think that would kill the joints, these old operators.
It would have, but you didn't change it under load.
That was, yeah. You took the backlash off the blade and did your thing and then went into it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You back that, yeah, back that down. You can go up and down with it, all right.
Okay. Because there's enough weight in the frame, or what? Is low geared enough? You could slide it in and out?
Up and down, I mean, you never had the pressure from up and down.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You can raise it up, back up, set the sun.
The only thing you do if you tried to skew it or something while you was pushing dirt, that's what would be a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was a hell of a problem. You wasn't going to do it, what it boiled down to.
Yeah. Same style air conditioner unit, a little bit different. Got fans on each end for your. I have a lot of memories of this old truck, this old trailer. When I first got my CDLs, I drove this truck a lot. Herman wasn't driving enough, and we was bumming it. And Mama said, we ain't paying for it good enough, we use it. She said, let him, leave it alone. You had to watch dealing with Herman. He was so damned honest. You'd turn around and screw him, wouldn't even know you're screwing him. He wouldn't tell nobody. Just one of them people's good to deal with. Good, fair person. Wow. Look at the view. They went down to that first bench, didn't they? Well, yeah, do somewhere.
Well, you see the road down the river.
Yeah. Well, there's magnet down there, ain't it? Or what is that, Rono?
Well, looks to me like somebody pulled up and threw something over the damn cliff. Over the edge. Is that what we're looking at?
Could be. Huh.
I'll ask you land, what in the hell would it be?
When we touched it up back at the mill, we still use the proper paint. That's like from the 92 and older.
Okay.
That's like the 80s paint.
I'll be damned, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dad and Herman. It was you and Herman bought this together, didn't you?
Actually, I bought it and then I sold it to him. I leased it when I was getting all that.
Yeah, you bought this. You bought this one. Yeah. Cause there's one you and Herman and Dole bought together, and then you bought this one on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Boy, it didn't look a lot smaller now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yep, and it never did have the rock guards on it, did it?
No. No, it didn't. 20-inch pads and 18-inch growls is what it had. Them was original pads. Well, 7,000 hours naturally it would be.
Yeah, they are wore down. But you ain't gonna bend them, are they? There's not enough. They ain't like you're gonna bend them easy. They had the 45, the Camford grousers.
They're not like that 24-inch pad, you know, on these. Next size up.
They had them Camford grousers on there for turning.
Yeah, to find the serial number in this one, Buck, what am I going to have to do here?
It's under there on the other side, I think. Is it any the motor on this or the chassis again? What did he say he needed?
Oh, he needs the serial number off the machine. Well, I imagine the motor, don't you? And that's what he worked on. Worked on.
Yeah, here's the chassis one. Take a picture of it. That neat. As a kid, you always remember this stuff being so much bigger than what it really is. See what the interior looks like. Door's a little tight. What's that all about? Just needs loosening. Need to be loosened and re-snug. All the interior's still in pretty good shape. This was a good riding truck. This wasn't a rough riding truck like the normal Max. It's upkept. Must have converted it over. This was 6-volt for a while. Had 4 batteries and it's 6-volt. That was a issue. He must have converted it over finally. Shanks, if I remember that right. Oh.
There used to be a cabin set here, I believe, Wade. Because it's set right there.
No, it was 12 volts, but he had 6-volt batteries in it and he amped them up to make it 12. It was a 12-volt system. Double coin tires on them are junk. Yep, he got them all the way around in the junk. 22 5s. This thing. Well, you can't really tell it. But this is where we patched it years ago. Or was it this one up? No, it was this one back here. Come apart going down the interstate. You remember that? Yeah, it's on this tree. Is that stake right there? I was going down the interstate and the logs kept falling off and this kept falling out. I got into the mill, Eli unloaded it and the stake fell on the ground. Yeah, it fell all the way off in the log yard. Pretty beefy damn trailer. It says a 40-ton trailer. Of course, he had to heavy duty the trailer up because that was his rig. He needed to make sure his trailer was heavy duty enough to haul that 750 on it. And that 200, or 160, I mean, excavator. This started out as a sleeper truck. And he bought it, it was a sleeper truck. He turned it into this. Oh, baby. It's stuck on. Oh, it's stuck over there on the other side on something. Hang on, it's stuck over here on something, Dad. Oh, mercy, Jesus. Wherever it's at, it's right there on top there. Pretty dry, no jakes. The only thing I hate about this truck is it never did have no jakes on it. Not bad though. He always did take pretty good care of his truck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the buttons and leave me likes, comments, stuff. Let me know what's up. And to anybody's wanting logger weight gear, go to loggerweight.com and help yourself at the shop there. And we got all that good mess. Take care of it. And mostly just want to say thanks everybody. Hope everybody has a good one later on.